Good morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome to the Hayseed night, where we are once again going to the library to practice reading with Burbis. We've seen this before, so I'm kind of speeding through it.
Shall I give you a hint?
No, hold on. I got this. Don't help me.
Indeed, that is correct. Bravo!
Adder? So that's how my name looks?
There is a whole branch of learning devoted to the study of names and their properties.
I read my... Will you teach me how to read Askadath?
That is a far more complicated proper noun.
Someone ought to make sure Gyof ain't sending weird stuff to your brother?
Half!
That make any...
Well, yes and no. But, oh, blast that man twice over!
Say what? They ain't got a single thing in common.
Nonsense! They were cut from the same cloth. Helbart doubled every flaw my father had to make up for his own precarious situation. Even after I personally tried to convince him that a lordship means nothing to me, and he can keep it all for himself, he does nothing but whinge about how much he regrets this misfortune he cast upon me. Why can't he just hate me like he used to? Class adjourned. Please leave.
Aww, poor Burbis. Let's go see Zhao.
Got a visit, priestess.
Yes, come in.
Priestess, you should know by now that I am not a patient man. But your kind demeanor and the hope in your words, the innocence in your eyes. I know that you are brave. You have long proven this.
I appreciate your concern, but I know my limits better than anyone.
My parents would say the same every day. The only fruit of their efforts was an orphan, stripped of all innocence in the steppes.
This is different. I'm giving my all for a good cause.
You are, but your body doesn't know good causes and bad causes. Know that if I must take over your duties because you are too weak to continue serving the community, I will proudly step up. If you do not approve of my methods, you'll do well to take better care of yourself.
Was that meant to be an intervention or a threat?
Both.
I think that's his version of a pep talk, but...
Can we get that break you promised the other day?
Oh, you still want me to come along?
I don't think I could gather the strength to leave here if I'm not dragging you with me. What if we found a way to bring the Joseph along?
Say what? You think we can do that?
I have no idea, but Barbit may know a way.
I'd really love that. Anything else I can do for you today, priestess?
No, I think I'd just like to rest.
You got it.
Ada, I know you're anxious, but please try not to hover over everyone's shoulders.
Aww. So, ask Burbis to help with Sep. Let's do that. I mean, this grayed out thing means that she's not available, right? So let's go ask Burbis for help.
Hey, Bearbeth. So,
No! If we are to disturb her, it will only be to bring her to her final resting place. What is it you seek to achieve with this experiment anyway?
that ain't what this is.
Those bells belong to her.
Huh? You could tell?
Of course! How could I ever forget that sound? Yes, that could work. Why risk moving the entire soul when just a speck will do?
Hey! I said no science without me! He's gonna go and do something weird again.
Okay, confirm Burbis's findings. Well, let's do that. Adder was a farmer raised by farmers. He helped plant and raise the cereal stalks shepherded the bushes to the clearest streams and the richest soils, and then sold the best-looking produce to the merchants who passed by the town on their way to the city. As a child, the few kids he knew were children of farmers. In the fort, almost everyone was a child of a farmer. He had struggled to conceive the idea of how a famine could come to pass until he met people like Tailid and Moo. This we've seen, I think.
Ada, I am so incredibly sorry for how I forced you to witness one of my fits. Please, hit me at once should I act in such a manner again.
Hold up. What? I'm not gonna hit you for...
It's all right, my friend. I understand that physical punishment is a necessary tool on my way to self-improvement.
No, hitting you...
Personal? Well, I suppose it was, in a manner of speaking.
You don't gotta answer if you don't wanna, okay? But if you do, you...
I didn't even realize I lamented such thoughts out loud. Elbar was the firstborn of House Askadath. Knowing this from the start, we were raised together in the castle. The childish pranks he would play on me turned crueler over the years. The situation only got worse after my rite of age, and the confirmation that I would indeed inherit my father's title. I believed much the same back then. So I persevered through the bruises and the pain.
So that's how it happened.
Yes, Elbar didn't do it on purpose, but he hurt me all the same. I can hardly recount the days that followed so many years after the fact. But I know I did not spare a single thought for Elbar when I was informed that he would be sent away.
It was his fault, though.
No. Though I resent him for taking out his frustrations on me, I understand now he was merely another victim. But I can hardly believe Elbar still finds it within himself to consider us family, after all he put his elders through. My father became quite attentive and affectionate to me for a while after the incident. His affection went like it came. And with Elbar banished, he decided to blame me for letting such a dishonorable thing happen. At last, when the rage passed and only consequence remained, in the empty days that hung over his head until his punishment arrived, it was his time to mourn. Mourn a living man. I suppose, in a way, he had a point. I am no longer the boy either of them knew. The day I was separated from my horns was the day I started living. That was the day I stopped pretending. And I might have entirely forgotten how to do so. The older I grow, the more I feel like a fawn stuck in a world where all the adults speak a secret language, which nobody ever cared to teach me.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I hit you.
You have nothing to apologize for.
No! That don't matter. Even if it was true, you wouldn't have listened any other way. That ain't the person I want to be. I'll be patient teaching you, just like you've been with me, okay?
What better quality could a man wish for than compassion, Ada?
Aww. Let's go see Burbis again. Talk to him about his findings.
Ada! Oh, my friend!
Oh, I actually know what that is!
Indeed, a Tharthagon must have made these. Eternally tuned to perfection.
Why would anyone go to such lengths to make something like this?
I doubt we could ever know unless their creator was around to tell us.
Is that the reason why you have them? You think me too naive. Ada, do you have a moment? I'm sorry, I have not expressed myself correctly. Run again. I'm sure it will be fun. I've tried to be understanding. You've been avoiding me lately.
I don't even know how to look you in the face right now.
What were you trying to do?
I'm sorry. I really can't tell you.
Ada, look at me. You don't have to prove yourself to me in any way.
We need to get the hay out of here.
I see. I don't think there's a future for us here either. There is no telling what could happen if we push for a retreat with him in command of such a fierce band of warriors. Any respect he has for me will only take us so far. Even if it was only an excuse to some of them in the end, the congregation first came together expecting the return of the Joseph.
Right. We need to focus on bringing Seth back no matter what.
Wait, Aina's...
She kinda got kidnapped, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
We have a mission, and we'll see it through together.
Man, I wish my crew was this devoted to me.
But boss!
Giant lady!
You know, it's not very nice to fetishize others' height.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Really.
Yes, taste. Good.
Okay, that's enough goofing around today.
Ada! You can't do this to me!
Sorry about that, Home.
I'm used to it. Never heard. Oh, yeah, that's what I came for. Bones, is your red friend still dead?
Yeah?
Oh, that's not good. Well, we can add my sister to the list then. She died on us again, and I was hoping he could fix her.
Died? But what do you mean?
Deceased, expired, departed, gone, kaput. She's not waking up no matter what we do. Just like when we had to knock her out to bring her on board. I swear, it's like she's not even trying.
What did you do?
Whatever. If he's not around to fix it, he's not around to fix it. We'll just have to ask my father instead.
Hey! Hey, come back here! I'm asking you!
Hey, Dad?
Be gone,
Don't be like that. It's me, Tessica.
I should flay your skin and fasten your coat into a rug for your insolence, imposter! My Eka is long gone.
Well, Eka is right here.
Such is her fate. A waning moon cannot sustain for long.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not here for cryptic ramblings.
No, I don't have the strength to wake her up anymore.
What are you saying?
I'm powerless, son of Gerfath.
No. Come on. Come on now.
You only ever came to meet Aina because the arrogance of my youth willed it so.
But...
I made her as she wished to be remade. Now, let us rest in peace.
Ada, what's going on?
I'm sorry. Aina, come on! You can't leave me too! Wake up! Wake up! Please! I need you.
Have we seen this before?
You know she's been gone for a while now, right? She's just not moving anymore.
She brought her back. Someone bring her back again. We have to bring her back.
I'm sorry, I've lost count. How many people are you trying to resurrect now?
Just one. One! Sip will fix everything when she's back!
Oh, that sounds healthy. So, that's it? This is how you give up?
Yeah, I quit.
Huh, that's interesting. I thought you'd be all for wanting to find a way to permanently fix Aina.
You know what I want? You really want to hear?
Damn, you must be an incredible liar to have tricked so many people into liking you.
I am. It was so easy, too.
Really? I only knew him as Bones.
Yeah, well, you're an asshole. For real? Your sister's dead and you're just laughing your ass off.
Do you want to hear a secret, pup?
Is this where she tells him that she's got a plan to permanently fix Aina?
My father doesn't know what Aina is any more than you or I do.
Yeah, I thought so. We have seen this before. I just didn't recognize the beginning of this.
Say,
You've played right into his hand, puppy.
what? What?
Pipe down, puppy. Whatever they were, I'm sure he had his reasons to do so. We wouldn't have even known she existed if not for the bear man, Bones. We found a way to set Aina free. It's true that she's been a stranger in the world since the day she was born, or made, or whatever she was.
So even if... when she comes back, you're just gonna take her from me all the same?
You'll have your memories of her. I'm going to hold on to her a little longer.
Ooh. Am I gonna make a different choice now? Because last time we hadn't had all those interactions with Gyof, so we couldn't do this. But on the other hand, if I head back, I'm pretty sure I can go to the palace and do the stuff there. But if I go find Gyof, am I just gonna leave the city? If I head to the palace, then I can see what I couldn't see before, because before I didn't know enough about the beasts to achieve that ending. If I go find Gyof, I'm going to see something that I haven't seen before for sure. Which choice do I make? I guess I'll go find Gyof and see what happens with that. It wouldn't be completely correct to say Adar arrived at the empty room. No. As far as he was concerned, he had manifested in the three-walled brick house at some point and had been screaming ever since. A barrage of ideas crossed his mind, following each other like a battering ram striking at his temples.
Where'd I come? Where'd I come? Where'd I come?
But of course, guilt always made a fine companion on nights like this, where he sat alone in the dark. Our distressed protagonist smashed his antlers against the ground where his bed had once been, trying to drown the imaginary sound of his surging thoughts.
You still got time to get. Nobody gotta know you came here.
That's where he was wrong, however. The astringent smell of cheap liquor that could barely count as such started seeping into the room, followed by a slow thumping noise and the buzz of poorly tuned strings about to snap. An oud wasn't generally the kind of item one would use as a crutch, but Gyof had stopped caring about chores such as correct maintenance of musical instruments long prior. A colorful succession of insults coming from the surrounding shanty indicated that it may not be wise to scream a second time.
Sheesh! Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Is that your plan, to keep me by your side? Away with you, foul creature! I told you I'm leaving!
I know! Think I want to be here? I don't know why I came. I tried to go back, but my heart beats super fast and my hands are numb and I can't think and I'm dying.
Yes, I'm happy to see you too. So, is it the free advice of a friendly bard you seek on this lonely moonlit eve? Oh, fine, just this once, for old time's sake. You are still adorable, deep down. If the question of what you want so stumps you, then let's turn that thought on its head. What is it you absolutely do not want?
I don't want you to get.
Did you think I give a damn about your opinion?
No! I know I can't change it! I know there ain't nothing I can do for any of you!
Adar sank his head between his shoulders as he said this, feeling a surge of rage that had honestly little to do with Gyof or with any of the people yelling threats and insults back at him. Gyof plopped down on the sack filled with straw that had once been Adar's bed. He stretched his arms as far up as he could.
So you say. And yet here you are.
Gyof wiggled his head, struggling to turn towards Adar without slamming the brim of his hat against his nose. Once the garment stopped blocking his view, he took his sweet time to examine Adar's face. The younger deer was staring at him with glassy eyes, hoping to get some guidance. Gyof sighed like he wanted to empty his lungs.
All right, listen up, lad. It's time for Uncle Gyof's life lessons for lost fawns.
I ain't no...
Chip, 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 chip. My genius is at work. Yes. Yes, I have it. You have a problem. A handful, I'd say, really, but it's not just me leaving. It's a bigger concept. And it's been eating you up your whole life, hasn't it? Hasn't it? The self-doubt, the fear of rejection. Oh, how you dread breaking the rules. You keep thinking of all the people you're going to disappoint with every choice you make. You just try and try to please everyone, but no one ever gives you a medal just for trying.
A few instants passed in silence. Adder shook his head insecurely, unsure of whether Gyof really meant that. Even in the rare, truly honest moments they'd shared over the last year, Gyof's face always had a mocking edge. Never too comforting, never too cruel. And yet, this time, Adder could tell that Gyof was trying to be compassionate through his drunken haze.
I don't need a reward, Bard. I don't need nothing. All I ever wanted was to make them all proud. But it's always the same. New friends to disappoint. More folk I won't ever dare to look in the eye again.
Adder took a hand to his eye patch. Though the wound it hid no longer hurt, the scar, oh the scar, was a nasty reminder. There was a memory that never healed, right there on the left side of his face.
Ugh, you sound just like my mother. Family is family. And family sucks. But they'll always be family? Why did you have to bring up family? I didn't want to think about them now. Ah!
The conversation took a turn for the gloomy, but Adder had long learned that was just the norm whenever Gyof opened up. Mr. Bard could only sing for so long.
Look, Adder, I don't know what you've gone through, and I don't give a crap. Honest to my Todd, keep that stuff to yourself. But I know a thing or two about trying your damnedest at something and getting punched in the gut at every chance.
Do you? I ain't never seen you fight one day.
No, you fool! I mean, I tried. I, too, did all I could for the people I loved, poured my soul to honor my name. And you see all the good it did? See what's become of me now? At least, I found that once you stop caring about your mistakes, so does everyone else.
But I can't just do that. I don't want people to stop caring about me.
And you really think anyone's ever cared?
Words, powerful as they are, require a certain skill that Adder had never possessed. So he didn't say a thing. He just looked at Gyof until the bard could no longer hold his gaze.
I'm sorry, lad. You know I didn't mean that either.
It's okay. You got it right this time. Who could care about a buck like me? That's like the whole reason I want to be a knight, wasn't it? Sir Adderson of the Upper Field. Knight of the Order of the Lost Causes.
Gyof jumped out of his bed the very moment Adder's shoulders began slumping.
Hey, no, don't say that. Adder, look at you. You're a great boy. Huge. The cream of the crop of friends. I may doubt your skills, but bring oblivion upon my soul if I doubt your resolve for a moment. Don't look away now. See this? I'm the bad example, okay? Whatever I did, do the opposite. Don't take life lessons from a piss-poor excuse for a bard that gave up too soon on his own dreams.
Aww. Outbursts of sincerity weren't precisely common in Adder's only friend, so the buck stared in awe. Gyof was clearly put off as well, seeing as he tried to hide his entire face under his hat. I'm so glad I chose this, because, well, this is really sweet. A tense silence lingered just a moment longer. Before Gyof could do anything to prevent it, Adder lifted him off the ground with the gentleness he would usually save for a baby.
All right, Bard. That's enough nice words from you today. Time to sleep it off.
Ah, thou flea-infested hay bale! A plague on thy house if thou dost dare put me to sleep! Are you listening?
Adder not only did that, but he also tucked the little drunkard in among protests. Gyof's eyes were still open like platters, but the yellow deer waited patiently by his friend's side just to spite him. Just moments after being forced to lie down, Gyof struggled to escape the confinement of the sheets, only managing to bring out his left arm to point at the ood lying in a corner. Adder got up and brought it to him. Gyof sat up, reaching for the mistreated instrument eagerly. Inspiration had struck.
Living in fear isn't living at all. Escaping temptation is vain. If you do indeed wish to outrun it, hold up! The fastest way is to give in. Well, have I convinced you this time?
Gyof didn't get to hear Adder's thoughts on his slurred improvisation. Instead, our hero slowly straightened his back as he got up, showing off his gigantic shoulder span in the process. His face was red as a tomato and a bit teary-eyed, but he was filled with fire inside. Which one do I choose? Do I run away or stay? Maybe we'll still get to go to the palace. I won't escape.
You're right. I can't escape this feeling anymore.
Adder?
Completely oblivious to the misunderstanding and unguaranteed hope he'd just sparked, Adder jumped to his feet. His sight was locked on the door.
I need to face it, Bard. I'm a coward. I don't want to be anywhere near this mess. I want to escape. But what would that fix? I gotta give in to it. I'm here to stay. I'm here to help my friends no matter what it costs.
What are you talking about? Adder! Adder, come back here!
Adder returned late that night, only accompanied by the light of the growing moon shining above him. He owed Zhao an apology or 10, and as proper an explanation as he could manage without bringing up an entire invasion. Do what you can. Well, we can go see Eka. We'll do that in the next episode though. For now, thank you so much for watching and spending a little of your time with me here today. It was lovely to have you. Please remember to be kind to yourself. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you again next time.